Oh,
no. Should we just make something up for the intro?
Yes.
We could just make weird noises. Oh. Oh, baby. It's that time. It's that time again. Because it's Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, and you know what that means. It's time for another edition of the Grossi Perna Show, otherwise known as... I'm Grossi Brandon Perna. Brandon Perna, it's Friday. We made it.
We made it through another week.
Another Thursday night football game.
Another bad Thursday night football game.
This one I feel like was more brutal than some of the others because like it just wasn't good. Like it wasn't like two teams like duking it out. Nope. It was just bad. Like there was just two bad football teams there on the field. And at the end, Taysom Hill's just like, what if I played horrifically? Ian Book starting next week for New Orleans. I mean,
is that true?
I don't know, but can't hurt. Like Taysom Hill, Taysom Hill, and we pulled up the video during the stream. You know that skit of the goalie who gets his face, like it gets hit in the face with the ball every single time that he goes to like stop it. It's an old video. It's like 7 years old. I don't remember anything
that's that old.
Whatever. It's funny. I felt like that every time Taysom Hill went to go throw the ball, he kept hitting his finger on a defender. Like it happened every single play. That it was just like, ow, ow, every time he threw. So he's beat up, right? He's got the plantar fasciitis. He's got all the things. But holy macaroni, it's bad. The Saints offense is horrific. They've got a ton of injuries, and it's rough to look at. Like it's not even like a train wreck that you like, oh, it's so terrible. You want, look away, you keep watching. I don't want to watch anymore. Now, because I've seen them now 2 Thursdays in a row. One was on Thanksgiving, and now is this one. And I threw up my leftovers from Thanksgiving after watching them. So yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Ian Book of Mormon. That's what Saint fans want to see. What I noticed was that Taysom Hill could run the ball very well, Tom.
Yes.
He was very good running the ball, not so good throwing.
Throw bad. But there was a drive in which he ran it like 4 times in a row, and he was picking up like major yardage, and then he threw it 3 times in a row, and they were all incomplete, and they had to kick the ball away. And I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know he was playing injured, foot injury, and I think that does affect your ability to throw. And when you're not already like an elite passer like Taysom Hill, I just think it's going to go bad. Because the plantar fascia in his foot or whatever, fasciitis, fascist, whatever he has in his foot, that's the same thing Peyton Manning had his final season. And that's what he was trying to recover from the whole time he was, out during the 2015 Super Bowl run. It affects your accuracy. I think it affects your power. I don't know if it's his plant foot or if it's his step foot. Either way, I saw this little nugget of a stat.
Okay.
Pro Football Focus gave Taysom Hill the highest rushing grade of any quarterback this entire season with his 100-plus rushing yard performance, but also received the lowest passing grade of any QB this entire season.
Oh.
So
that part's bad.
So I think what I didn't understand is why Sean Payton would commit the whole game of starting Taysom Hill when Trevor Siemian, albeit he hasn't been great, I think he gives you a better chance to win as a passer, and then bring in Taysom Hill, get those runs going, Move him. Yeah, look at Inject Chicken's got a simian avatar. That's my man.
He was at the game last night, Inject Chicken.
Oh,
He was
wow.
at the game. Yeah. Like, and that's the thing. The Saints are a beat up football team, right? And like you're saying, I agree with you. Like, because Simeon didn't look good last week, right? He didn't look good at all. But at the same time, you know,
I think mix it up. It's the same thing I think the Panthers need to do with
Panthers,
Cam Newton. It's like you got these guys that are really talented as runners. They can still pose a threat passing, but just limit their opportunity. How many interceptions did Taysom Hill throw last night?
It was ugly, buddy. Like it was ugly. Like, I mean, there was one pick that was amazing. Like that was incredible. That was like down near the red zone. And you're like, okay, like that's just major props. But some of them were just horrific, like throwing to the D lineman.
4 picks for Taysom. Yeah. And I'm glad that I did not try and extend my parlay luck, Tom, to DraftKings Sportsbook, because I would have bet Taysom Hill on the under in passing yards and Dak Prescott on the over. And those two flip-flopped it. Taysom Hill, 264 passing yards. Dak Prescott, 238. And I just didn't feel good about the game. I said, don't
feel good. Don't feel good.
That's the exact noise I made when I was looking at DraftKings this week. I had it all lined up, and I said, I need to think about this for a day or two.
What? I'm sorry. What were you looking at?
DraftKings Sportsbook.
Oh.
Yes. I started this read already. It went over your head this time.
Well, you know what? Legal
disclaimer, mother lovers. DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code GPS when you sign up over there. Our link is in the description. And when you do, if you use code GPS, DraftKings will immediately put cash money in Tom and I's bank accounts. I mean, they'll match your deposit bonus of up to $1,000.
We still haven't gotten paid, right? By then, like we're still waiting on that.
Hopefully that should be today.
I mean, I hope we haven't been doing this for free because I've turned down so many sponsors.
Like my God,
foot
Tom
creams.
So many foot creams for Tom.
So many foot creams. The CDC reached out to me. They're like, "Can you push this vaccine? It's not working."
No, they're like, "Hey, this foot cream will clear up that bacteria on your foot, Tom." And he said,
honestly, it hasn't helped, but it hasn't hurt. So,
yeah, use code GPS when you sign up DraftKings. They got their fantasy app if you can't bet sports in your state. And their fantasy app, millions of prizes every week.
Millions.
And we will see come Monday,
like stuffed animals.
Parlay I put together if I can keep the streak alive to 3.
There you go.
Has anybody hit 3 parlays in a row ever? I don't know.
Never in the history of the world ever.
Thanks, Kenneth.
Inject also said like the defense of this, like that's the thing. For 3 quarters, that was a close game. It wasn't a good game, don't get me wrong, but it was a close game in which the Cowboys were not impressive. Zeke is obviously not at 100%. And then there was some play calling. I understand, you didn't have Mike McCarthy there. You had a traffic cone instead. But it was confusing to me what their game plan was. And again, the Saints defense is good.
Yeah.
And the Saints could have won that football. Like, you have Kamara. I don't know. Maybe they win that game, or they get a lot closer because you can lean on them.
You can do little short passes that Taysom Hill won't have intercepted to Alvin Kamara.
It's very true.
Screens, swings.
What it comes down to also is one, like everyone has mocked the past couple weeks, like this massive contract that Taysom Hill has, which is like confusing because it like clears cap and, there's so many contingencies that are with it. But I don't think even a fully healthy Taysom Hill, like you're looking at that and be like, yeah, that guy's not the future. Like I know that when they were opening it up for him to get traded potentially, they're like, oh no, we had a 1st round pick. And I think every team was like, and then they moved on with their days because I don't think any QB needy team is looking at Taysom Hill and is like, yes, he's our guy to start over everyone.
Yeah, he reminds me so much of Tim Tebow, but is decent at passing. Like Tebow is one of the worst throwing quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life, and it's not even close. Like that man, I don't know how he never learned to throw. My buddy Ryan Green on Twitter always relentlessly tweets out this Tim Tebow throw he has on video from one of Tebow's practices through CBS Sports. And every time I see it, I laugh. But Taysom can throw. He's just not going to be a consistent pick apart a defense passer. He needs to be healthy, obviously. But yeah, it's bizarre the amount. Yeah, and that's fine. You can do a lot with that. And the Saints showed that they could do that when they had Drew Brees back there, and they deployed Taysom Hill in spots, and he can catch, he can run, he can throw mostly. So it's bizarre that they've paid him so much money, give him another contract, and now they've got a quarterback situation to figure out. It's not Simeon. We don't know about Ian Book, but they might be in play for drafting a quarterback, depending on where they land.
Do they even have a rolling with Jameis? I mean, Jameis Winston's still there. Like, he's injured, but like, do you roll with Jameis Winston still?
Oh yeah, James. I don't know, man. Like
Fred probably.
Yeah.
GPS. We're eating into their viewership.
Tell McAfee to rate us. Yeah. No, don't do that. We don't want to bother them again.
I'll look for total turnovers.
What I watched with Jameis Winston before he got hurt? 5 total Hill turnovers. Did he have a fumble too?
Yeah, it just said 5 total. Yeah, so it was 4 for that, and then 1 for the Cowboys.
Oh, in the game. Okay.
Because Dak, I think, threw a pick.
Yeah.
I was so close to my prediction of him throwing 2 picks. I was so close.
Yeah. Dak didn't look great either, honestly.
No.
He looked all right.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb, hell of a catch. Michael Gallup, hell of a catch in the end zone. Just
CeeDee Lamb has some great catches too. Like
did CeeDee make the sideline grab, or was that Cooper?
I think it might have been Cooper. I was impressed with CeeDee because they were fitting it into like really tight windows, and like there were some really nice throws that he did. I think if you have, I'll be honest, I think if you have Jameis Winston as your quarterback and Kamara is like healthy, I think the Saints are in a much better place right now.
Yeah,
downfield at least 10 yards. 27 being the most, 11 being the least. Yeah, that's it. It's just like, hey, just keep running. Just run far, run fast, and maybe I'll be able to get it to you. Yeah, CeeDee had that one-hander out of bounds. He literally like OBJ'd it, but he was out of bounds. So
yeah. So I think it was maybe Cooper that toe tapped the sideline, but
I think
Jameis Winston, like Sean Payton managed to figure out how to limit turnovers with Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
But it's like too much. Like the explosive part of Winston, he just felt like a check down QB this season. Yeah. Very dink and dunk, sort of not taking a lot of risk outside of that like first game against the Packers. So maybe like he can gradually get back to, slinging it a little bit, because I think that's what makes Winston good. But
see, like I kind of disagree, because I feel like Simeon is a below average QB. He's not god awful. I know that's offensive.
No, he's not a physical specimen by any means.
He's not. But what I'm saying is I think that the way that Sean Payton has run his offense, because look at Drew Brees, right? Like his deep ball was crap. Like it was garbage for the last few years. And I think because they have such a good defense, and when Kamara is healthy, and they have Michael Thomas who could just run slants everywhere, they don't need a guy who could bomb it, because they can just like chip away. And Kamara is so explosive, you can like throw like a little out route to him, and he's going to like take it for 25 yards. So I think it's just the offense that he designed. Like you don't need a big time thrower of the football. And then like, I'm not saying that that'd be a bad thing to have, because it just opens up the playbook a little bit. But I think he kind of was like, hey, like we're going to just take our game plan and apply it to every single QB we have on the roster and pretend that none of them can throw a deep ball and say like, there you go. Well, it's not 94 guaranteed, Chris, but yeah, I mean, like a lot of people are criticizing the contract, especially after last night, because they're like, one, it cleared up cap, but two, yeah, Taysom Hill is not the future starter of the New Orleans Saints. And it's just saying like, okay, how are we going to utilize him? Because we are paying him some money. Like, how are we going to utilize him and kind of make him okay?
And getting 100 yards rushing out of him is nice.
Yeah.
But you need to be able to throw the ball. Somebody said Jameis has the strongest arm in the league next to Mahomes. Wrong. Josh Allen has the strongest arm in the league. And then those guys. Maybe.
Matthew Stafford has a really strong arm too.
Stafford strong.
Rodgers, I mean, he throws Hail Marys.
Rodgers strong. Yeah, who has... Even Baker Mayfield has a strong arm.
Tom Grossi.
I think he has technically like the longest air yard throw over the last 2 years. I'm pretty sure it was that Hail Mary that went out of bounds, but I'd say Josh Allen has the strongest arm.
I would say, honestly, the way the Saints are currently built right now is very similar to the Patriots. They're a run-first team with a good defense. And like their QB just has to be efficient, and they'll win game. Because like I said, if there's turnovers aren't there, and he's just able to move the ball down the field, the Saints, I think, win that game. Because at the end, it all fell apart. Like, it all fell apart, and, he's throwing picks, and, it was bad. But,
what I don't understand on the other side is the Dallas Cowboys. They've got Zeke out there, not himself, clearly, injured. They give Zeke 13 carries, while Tony Pollard only gets 7 carries. He was averaging 10.1. His touchdown run, the longest Cowboys touchdown run in 5 years.
Yes.
We have seen it multiple times this season. He looks like the more explosive, more dynamic player. And if you're as smart of an offensive coordinator as Kellen Moore is supposed to be, give that guy the ball more. Give him the ball more. Let Zeke get healthy. I just don't understand it. And I say that as somebody who was stupid enough to keep Zeke in my fantasy lineup behind Tony Pollard.
Agree, inject. I agree. No, it's a matter of trying to figure out who has the hot hand, right? Zeke is injured, doesn't look good. And Pollard, he had the kick return last week, right? And then this week, he breaks off a huge run. He seems like the explosive, like he just looks quicker than Zeke. Zeke is like 1 yard line, hand it to him, and like he'll potentially bulldoze through. But Pollard is like, you give it to him in open space and he can make something happen. So I agree. I looked at this game, and the result of the game at the end was not indicative of the entire game, because that was a really close game. And I don't think the Cowboys played really well for that game.
No, they weren't. They didn't play their best ball, but they got a banged up Saints team. And Tom, they benefited from what is officially now the worst penalty called of not just this year, maybe ever. They call this a blindside block, Tom. A blindside block. You've got a free rusher going at the QB. Fullback comes in, blocks him legally. They throw a penalty, 15 yards.
My dad was watching that, and he's like, "Oh, but that was a good flag." And I'm like,
yeah,
don't know about that one. Don't know. And that killed their drive too. Like, that killed their drive. I'm not saying they would have scored anyway, but like, it completely killed their drive.
It's not a good call, John D. It's not helmet to helmet. They called it a legal blindside block.
Blindside block. Yeah.
And when your guy's lowering his shoulder and they make incidental cross-body helmet contact, he's not leading with his head trying to spear his head. So it was a bad call all the way around. What's that?
Cross-body helmet contact. That was the name of my sex tape.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Big helmet contact. Large helmet.
Do you think Dallas cuts Zeke? Let's take a look at Zeke's contract.
Whoa.
You know what? I've actually seen people ask me that question a bunch of times. All right. Yeah. So, they have a potential out in 2023. He's 26 right now. And oh man, holy crapola. Okay, so here's the problem. This is the big problem. Next year, so his base salary this year is $1 million. Gets a signing bonus of 1.5. He's got a bonus of like 2.6, a restructure of 1.7, cap hits like 6.8, what have you. Next year, his base salary goes from $1 million to $12.4 million with a 1.5 signing bonus, a 2.6 option, and a 1.7 restructure. So here's the problem. If they cut him next year, his dead cap is going to be $30 million.
Woo! Ah!
Now, in 2023, if they cut him, it would be $11.8 million, which is still a lot of money, but it gets a little bit easier to swallow. Because here's the problem. The signing bonuses go away after 2023. And but in 2024, it's $10 million base, 15 the following year, and 16.6 the following. Like they put a long-term contract on him. Yeah. So I don't think this year, if they cut him, I think if anything, it'd be in 2023, it'd be like slightly better.
I bet they approach him for a restructure, maybe.
Again?
I don't know.
Yeah. They might.
But I mean, that was the whole issue. They paid Amari, they paid Zeke, and then it took them forever to pay Zach. The Cowboys have the money. They can do it. That's not an issue for them. And I'm not talking about salary cap. I'm like, some teams can't afford the full salary cap. The Cowboys have all the cash they need, the escrow money for the guarantees, all that stuff. So it really just depends on how much Jerry Jones still loves Ezekiel Elliott. If Jerry Jones likes you, he'll pay you.
He'll pay you. I don't think he gets cut next year. I think potentially after, maybe they try to trade him, but they do have an out. So if he like really falls off, then the possibility there, you're just going to be dealing with like $11 million in dead money. Like that's how that's going to go. Thanks, man. Yeah, appreciate it. The refs just suck overall. I mean, they've been pretty bad. They've been pretty bad this year. They've been pretty horrendous. But yeah, I mean, like you look at the Cowboys now and you're like, all right, they played decent. This is a problem though. Like they don't have any threats to them. Their schedule the rest of the year is pretty lackadaisical. They have the Cardinals left. And like their division is not great. Like I said this on predictions on Wednesday, and I got called out for it. I said that the Washington football team was very hot and cold, and people were just like, they're on a 3-game win streak. I'm like, I know they are. But the problem is like they'll get blown out by a team. They'll beat the Buccaneers, and then they'll barely beat the Seahawks. And for me, like that means it's hot and cold. They're winning games, and that's great. Like they have one of the longest, streaks in the NFL right now. We talk about them today on this show. It's just, I can't have like all the faith in the world in the Washington football team. And the Eagles had an opportunity and then they freaking lost to the Giants. So, I mean, I don't know if there's gonna be another team that's gonna come up and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna take it from Dallas, who already has a pretty decent lead on the division.
The Cowboys are gonna get bounced so hard in the playoffs.
That's what I hope so. Or actually, even better yet, go to Lambeau.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. They could put it together. Offensively speaking, they have so much talent. It's ridiculous. Their receivers are so good. If Dak gets hot and, here's what the other thing too, they just got DeMarcus Lawrence back yesterday.
Yes, they did.
And Micah Parsons, he's been their pass rush.
Insane.
But you get DeMarcus Lawrence back, you get Randy Gregory back, and you have multiple threats pass rushing. And you're not asking Micah Parsons to cover people. You're just using him as well. Like that could be a dynamic defense. I don't know if Dan Quinn will get creative with it, but the pieces are there. We just don't trust Dallas. Also, I just don't want to talk about the Cowboys anymore at this point.
So here's my issue. Do they get bounced in the wild card and I just laugh? Or do they make it farther and go to Lambeau and get destroyed by the Green Bay Packers? Like, I'm okay with either one, to be honest. But also, if the Packers lose to the Cowboys in the playoffs, I will never hear the end of it from Scooter. Even though we own the Cowboys in the playoffs, I would never hear the end of it. And I don't know if I could take that risk.
That would be tough.
I want to beat Mike McCarthy in Lambeau, though. I do. I want that to be a thing. I mean, I don't think they get the first seed. I mean, they could because their schedule is a joke, but I think it's the Cardinals to lose right now, but the Cardinals have some like games that are coming up that are not the easiest. They're playing the Bears. Is Kyler Murray coming back on Sunday?
It's
like he's posting Thanos gifts. Like that's what he's doing, but I don't know. Like I think honestly, if Kyler Murray's not there, I think they could lose to the Bears. I think the Bears could beat the Cardinals if there's no Kyler Murray.
Nah, Colt McCoy will light up the Bears. I don't believe in the Bears at all, baby.
Oh, I don't either.
I would like to.
I don't believe them at all. But what I will say is the one NFC North team that I'm really pulling for this week before we get into the win and loss streaks is the Detroit Lions. How many weeks have I said it, Perna? How many weeks have I said it? Detroit Lions first win, and maybe, probably, most likely, only win of the season against the Minnesota Vikings.
It will be the call of the century, Tom, if it happens.
Buddy, I'm legitimately thinking about streaming that game. So, look at that. I like that. I get $10 million a year and season tickets. Perna, you get $10 million a year and John Elway for an assistant.
Oh, love it. $10 million a year.
Scooter.
I will do this show for 2 years if that's the guarantee. And
that's
then I'm
it.
retiring, and you will never see me again.
Oh, never.
I'm going to build a bunker, and I'm going to live underground as a fearful man. Like, who's that guy Leonardo DiCaprio played in the airplane movie?
Oh, in The Aviator?
Yeah.
Was he
be like him.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to get super rich and then go fucking nuts. Make me rich so I could go insane, everybody. Oh my God.
You're gonna do. Yeah, you're never gonna be seen on YouTube ever again. The only thing you'll do is like 6 years from now, there'll be like a bunker tour.
Yeah, and then people are like, well, at least when he dies, his money's gonna go to his family. Oh no. All my money, I'm gonna write it in the will to go to Tom Grossi's pets.
Aw, thank you.
You're a good pet dad, so they deserve it.
It might get caught up in so like Jess and your daughter are gonna be like,
yep,
really?
They're gonna hate you. They're gonna hate you.
But hate builds character.
Yeah, at
least that's what my dad tells me.
Jeff's a big Tom Grossi fan, by the way. Big Tom Grossi fan. My wife is, and
listen,
so much so that she's starting to give you credit for things that I'm doing.
Oh,
yeah.
What? Tom, that was a great thumbnail for GPS you made this morning.
She keeps talking about how funny you are, and then she's like, "Yeah, but you're funny too, still, Brandon."
It's okay. My brother likes
I didn't
you.
know Tom was so tall. Wow. I didn't know Tom was so tall and lengthy. Daniel Jones out. Oh, yeah, he's got the neck strain.
Yeah.
Which I did a whole bit on this. The funniest thing on earth to me is Mike Glennon, king of long necks, filling in for Daniel Jones with a neck strain. That is gold.
Do you think that if you had Mike Glennon and oh my God, I'm blanking on his name now. Holy crap.
Davis Mills.
Thank you. Do you think if they did the fusion dance, you would get a giraffe?
Oh my God.
Like if they fused together, it would just be a giraffe. Like it would just be.
Their necks would spiral together and then.
Yeah, it just like it creates like a DNA looking spiral and it comes out like a giraffe. I think that's what I want. Mike Glennon. Mike Glennon.
I do have
Ray.
something to share here.
Okay, do it. Do it.
So yesterday I did a tweet about Aaron Rodgers and Antonio Brown, and apparently,
oh, buddy,
they posted it in Sports Illustrated. Oh,
it's always a good day when your stuff gets posted. Oh, I did see that. I see Z coming back soon. Yeah,
I can't believe the NFL suspended Antonio Brown for showing us his feet and not Aaron Rodgers. Hypocrites. Thank you, Sports Illustrated.
I think, by the way, you know what? No, if we're pulling up tweets, good old friend of the show, just kidding, never, Mike Florio, who has the biggest hard-on for Aaron Rodgers in terms of hatred, Kurt Benkert, with the meme of the year.
Ooh.
Of the year. Basically taking Florio and replacing Helga's head with Mike Florio and a shrine to Aaron Rodgers. Greatest thing I've seen on the internet this month. And I know it's early and it's only the third day, but phenomenal. Look at that. Like, come on now. Like, come on. Because Florio tweeting out, AB was suspended because he lied to his team in the league. Aaron Rodgers wasn't suspended because he just lied to everybody else. These two situations are nothing alike.
No.
Nothing.
And Florio with a legal background should friggin' know that. Dude,
nothing.
We all know Pro Football Talk is about getting those clicks.
Oh,
I also think Chris Sims and Florio have good football conversations from time to time. They do. But here's the other thing. Florio's got an anti-hard-on for Tua Tagovailoa as well. I saw him tweet about Taysom Hill truthers being as bad as Tua Tagovailoa truthers. I'm like, dude, Tua's playing very good right now with the bad offensive line, and you're taking the time out of your day to poo-poo on him? Get the fuck out of here, Florio.
Dude. Like, someone counted when Aaron Rodgers, the COVID thing, like, he sent out like 75 tweets about it. Oh, like, buddy, touch some grass. Go outside and touch some grass. What? That, like, he literally, Rodgers saying that to the media and misleading the media, which is bad. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that was the right thing to do. But everyone else knew. The NFL knew. You had the Packers know, and they got punished for it because he wasn't wearing a mask at the press conference. AB lied to the league and to the team, and in some states, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Like, I'm pretty sure having a fake vaccine card, I'm pretty sure actually gets you, like, in real trouble. Not like you get a slap on the wrist by the NFL. And they're like, oh, well, like, that's those two situations. Shut up, Florio. Shut up. And this is why, and oh, there you go. You're close. This is why, and like, Perna, you and I have talked about this. I don't consume, he doesn't yet on culture, but he will. I don't watch a lot. Like, people are like, did you see what Skip Bayless says? No, because I didn't watch it. Like, oh, would you see Colin Cowherd? No, because I don't have time to watch it. Like, I have no time. But I also, like, don't care about stupid ass takes like that. I am making my own stupid ass takes. So I don't need to get anybody else's stupid ass takes.
Exactly.
It's just, like, it's so frustrating because listen, Florio can be in, like, his little glass box and scream all he wants. I don't care. That's his right. He could do whatever the hell he wants. But the DMs I get in response to, did you see this? It's crazy. Is the NFL racist because they didn't suspend Rodgers? I swear to God, these are real DMs that I get. And I'm like, what?
No. The NFL is racist because they don't like minorities.
It has nothing to do with this situation. But, man. It's crazy. It's crazy to me that you can make these false, and like you said, with a legal background. So you know that he's just putting out clickbait garbage because he knows that there's no equivalence there. It's just like, hey, I know this is going to get some clicks.
I believe they call that a false equivalent.
Go touch grass. Like, just go outside, feel the wind on your face.
Touch grass. Never
go
heard
touch
that.
some grass. That's it. That's the stuff that
in Colorado, we said go smoke that grass, B.
That's it. Denver life.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
I'm so high right now. I'm gonna do this show high one day, and I'm not gonna tell you. And we'll see if anybody notices.
I gotta get drunk on Sunday's stream with you.
Oh, that's
because of the charity thing. So you want to come in blazing? Like, we could just have a grand old time on. Literally, it'll be the second quarter. We just won't be calling the game. They'll just be like, you know, what do you think about what do you think about water, man? Like, give me like honest opinion.
I never thought about this, but I love Vic Fangio. Like, he reminds me of my grandpa, and I love it. I don't know why I'm so hard on him.
You just want, maybe it's just that repressed love that you never got yourself, and you're like, you want to take that out. All right. Anyway, so DraftKings sponsor. That was a hard transition.
Speaking of flying high, DraftKings Sportsbook, like weed, isn't legal in every state, but in the states it is legal, you can get that green. Look at that. They call that improv.
Nailed
Code
it.
GPS right above my Bob's Big Boy. If you want to be a big boy, make some money, DraftKings
boy pants.
Sportsbook. They're going to match your first-time deposit bonus of up to $1,000.
That's a lot of
they've
money.
got all kinds of great offers every week. Even if you're not a new customer, you can get like betting bonuses, risk-free bets. They do it all. It's the safest, most securest, most reliable sports book. Deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. And
it's Fort
again,
Knox.
Yeah, it is like whatever the government has in terms of cyber protection.
Yeah,
DraftKings has better.
They have a Terminator.
They've got Russian hackers protecting their website.
Yep.
And we all know the Russians are the best hackers at this point.
Das Vidania.
It's the Russians, then the Chinese hackers, then the American hackers, and the power rankings list, which Tom and I will be doing this offseason when we get super bored.
Yep.
What if we just do power rankings every week, Tom?
Can we do rankings for everything? Like everything.
Yeah.
Like I want to hear that like Aaron Rodgers went to Disney World. I'm like, you know what? That's gonna move the Packers up this week.
Yeah. Anyway, DraftKings Sportsbook, download the app, use our code GPS when you sign up. You know DraftKings supports this channel, supports this show. So you support them, you support us. And if you don't support us, I don't know why you're watching.
Maybe they just hate us and they're just like they just want us to fail.
There's some hate watchers for sure.
Oh, 1,000,000%. Hey, Dad. Logan, a coffee shop slam poet. I see that as a compliment.
Do I look like Colin Farrell? Yeah, somebody made fun of me wearing a beanie in yesterday's video. And it was in good fun. I appreciated the jab, but they're like, Perna wearing a beanie inside. I was like, wait, what? Like, I get sunglasses inside, but you're not supposed to wear a beanie inside? I didn't know that. I'm wearing it because my hair is disgusting.
I did my hair today.
Look good.
I decided not to be a piece of garbage.
There you go.
I'm not saying you're a piece of garbage. I'm saying that I decided not to be because I was like, hey, maybe I should actually put on, some hair product, shower, Oh, now I'm wearing sunglasses inside. I just want us to look both as douchey as possible.
I look good.
Yeah, you do. All right, let's talk about win streaks, buddy. Now, this is a segment that I came up all by myself. I did this.
Tom.
Yeah, so Jess, you could compliment me for this one. Everything else was like Perna. I typed in the previews and stuff, but this one I did. All right, so I did some like hours of research here by looking up the teams.
That's funny, Jason.
I love that.
That's very funny
for you. I love that for you so much. And I want that. Anyway. Oh, there we go. As a Russian, I can say we are decent hackers. I mean, yeah. I mean, you could get our elections. I think you could. All right, anyway. So in terms of win streaks, the number one team with the longest win streak right now is the New England Patriots at 6 games. Okay, so they're number one. You got two teams with 4, and that's the Dolphins, little shocker there, and the Chiefs. And then you got 2 with 3 being Washington and the 49ers. You know what I thought was really funny, though? I will say, this was pretty amusing. The AFC South, no one has a win streak.
Wow.
Not a single team. They all have L's next to their names, and it's pretty phenomenal.
Look at that. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
That's great.
Even crazier, the Texans have a shorter losing streak than the Titans.
Yep.
Jags, that makes sense. But Colts should have won. They should have beat the Buccaneers. But let's start with the New England Patriots, who have the longest win streak in the NFL right now. 6 games there, Tom. That's more than anybody else by 3 games. The Niners got 3. The football team, they have 3.
Yep.
And the Patriots and Bills play Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm. So
any chance the Patriots lose that game in your eyes?
Yes, there is a chance they lose that game.
Good.
I picked the Patriots to win though. I do think the Bills at home, if their defense comes to play, they could win, and maybe Mac Jones doesn't look so offensive rookie of the year. He doesn't look so good. But it comes down to the offense of the Bills scares the crap out of me. Like it just, they're so inconsistent, like wildly inconsistent. They're going up against a good defense, and that's really what it comes down to. So is their offensive line going to be able to like protect Josh Allen? Is Josh Allen going to make mistakes? Like are they going to have any run game whatsoever? With Singletary and Breida? I think there are a lot there, because the Patriots can just control the clock and just run it down your throats and, limit you from doing anything. So I think the Bills absolutely can win 1,000,000%, but I want them to be more consistent.
Yeah, no, they definitely need to be more consistent. I think the Colts showed a little bit of a weakness in terms of how they deployed Jonathan Taylor against Buffalo's defense. And if anybody's going to sniff that out, it's Belichick. And the Patriots do have a very good rushing attack when they want to. So my concern would be the Patriots running the ball against Buffalo all day and keeping Josh Allen and the offense off the field. I think that is how he will be slowed down. And he needs to get in that rhythm, that Josh Allen rhythm that made him an MVP candidate last season. Yeah. And we just haven't really seen that much from the Bills unless they're playing shit teams. So I hope Matt Breida is deployed more. Devin Singletary and Breida in the backfield at the same time, where they're both kind of splitting out for passes. I like that. I don't know if Buffalo will do it, but I guarantee the Buffalo Bills win on Monday Night Football.
I mean,
guarantee the Patriots win streak done. Finito.
God, Mac Jones fans are gonna be upset with you.
Mac Jones is gonna have a bad game. He's got too many good games in a row. Too many people are high on Mac Jones, and that Bills defense. Squeeze the life out of him.
I think you look at because here's the thing. You and I have talked about this for the Bills, and we've talked about it a little bit with the Patriots. But look at who the Patriots have beaten on this win streak. They beat the Jets 54-13. Then the Chargers, which was a good game. Like the Chargers, I think that's a good win, but we don't know what the hell the Chargers are like. I mean, the Broncos could beat them. Sorry. The Patriots, they beat the Panthers, which that doesn't mean anything. The Browns, who were beat to hell. The Falcons, and then they beat up Titans. So, I'm not trying to crap on the Patriots because they have no control over that, right? They can only play who's in front of them.
Yeah.
I will say, like many other teams in the league, because there's such a lack of consistency from so many teams, the Patriots absolutely could fall on their face because the quality of the team is not, great that they're beating. So...
No. A division game, things get weird. Let's see here. Let's take a look at old efficient Mac Jones here. Titans, that great game by Mac Jones, but they're the Titans. Falcons, look at that. 84% of his passes, but just 207 yards. What does that say? It says a lot of easy passes to me. What's the last good defense he played? Maybe Carolina? That wasn't impressive. Bad against the Chargers in a win. I'm trying to find Saints. There we go. So let's see Mac Jones with some more experience under his belt going back up against a good defense.
Yeah, I really think it's anybody's game because I just don't know what Bills team is going to show up. I think that they are the wild card essentially, but
yeah,
Those are going to be some fun games in the next couple weeks because they play each other again. So I'm looking forward to that. So I think that their win streak is definitely up. Then you go the Dolphins. They're playing the Giants. No Daniel Jones. I think the Dolphins should win that game. I think that gets extended to 5.
Who are they playing?
Giants without Daniel Jones.
The next strain game. Oh, yeah. Dolphins going to win 5 in a row.
Yep.
And Buffalo, if they don't beat the Patriots, they're going to start sweating the friggin' Dolphins at this point.
Yep.
Still a couple games ahead of Miami because the start of their season was so bad. But yeah, I think the Dolphins keep it alive. And then we've got the Kansas City Chiefs. Sunday Night Football, which will be co-streamed here, both channels. Tom drinking, me drinking if my friggin' sinuses will ever clear up. Don't know yet. But I'm going to go ahead and say, assuming we get 700 more likes on my cursed video, my power rankings, I need 700 of you to go like the power rankings video from this week. The curse will be broken. And only if the curse will be broken, so will the Chiefs win streak.
Where do you put, besides curses?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you put the odds of the Denver Broncos winning?
Oh, very good. So good.
Very good.
So good. Why?
So good.
Because a streak like this, it's not even the Chiefs' win streak. It's their win streak against the Broncos. The Broncos haven't beaten them since 2015. 2015.
Oh.
This would be the 12th straight time the Chiefs beat them. Just the laws of averages, the probabilities. The Chiefs have to fall. And the Broncos have a recipe for winning now. And that's running the football. And 2 of the last 3 wins, Cowboys and Chargers, they ran the ball very well. Now, there's a game in there with the Eagles where they did not. They abandoned the run. And as hard as I've been on Pat Shurmur, he was not calling that game because he had COVID. So they had Mike Shula filling in as OC. So I think they're going to commit to the run. And their defense pretty good. I'm not saying they're going to stop the Chiefs. They're going to slow them down. Pat Surtain's going to pick off Mahomes. Javonte Williams going to get a lot of carries because Melvin Gordon a little banged up. Might see a little bit more Mike Boone this week. So I actually feel good about this. Even though it's an Arrowhead, even though nobody believes the Broncos can do it because the Chiefs have owned the Broncos. Yes, I'll acknowledge that. But ever heard of a little thing called change? Change.
That was a big windup. That was a big windup.
I really drag it out when I know I have nothing left to add.
I'm telling you, it's that Michael Scott quote, right? Like sometimes you start a sentence and you don't know where it's going to end, so you just keep talking. Hopefully you're going to find it.
Oh yeah. I am the Michael Scott of football analysis.
That's life.
Except not funny. Not as funny.
Washington Raiders is like a sneaky good game because I honestly have no idea who wins that football game.
This could change the trajectory of either franchise for the remainder of the season.
True.
Yeah, Washington, unlike the Raiders, they're just buried deep within their own division. The Cowboys just have, a few games there ahead of Washington. But, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who wins that game. I'm going to say Washington gets the dub there because I need Washington to beat the Raiders. And I think even though the Raiders coming off that big Thanksgiving win against the Cowboys, I don't think they're going to benefit from all of the penalties. Against, like, Washington's not going to be flagged, 24 times in this game. So I think the Raiders lose. I think Washington's streak continues.
I mean, they don't have the power of raw sewage like leaking on their fans. So that's what willed them to victory last time.
That's the power of sewage.
It's the power of sewage. That's it.
Yeah, I think Taylor Heineke's figuring it out. He's getting a little bit better every week.
The Raiders.
Coin gonna lose this week. Coin gonna lose this week.
I actually picked the Raiders. I didn't know what the coin said, but I actually picked the Raiders to win.
Well,
I mean, honestly, the Raiders deserve a break right now. They're going through some tough times.
Yeah.
So, because of the Broncos.
The Broncos?
It's latest NFC and AFC West reaction.
Sorry.
And on the final one is the 49ers Seahawks. I want to just watch the Seahawks win just for the raffles, but I think Elijah Mitchell is going to absolutely destroy the Seattle Seahawks. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think the 49ers have momentum. Kyle Shanahan's able to do what he wants to do on offense. Yeah, sorry, Guillermo. I do want the Raiders to lose. But Guillermo, if the Broncos beat the Chiefs and the Raiders lose, I know you'll feel bad about the Raiders losing, but are you rooting for the Chiefs to lose as well, Guillermo? If the Broncos beat the Chiefs, the Raiders can win. I don't care. But I don't believe in the Raiders. I don't believe in them.
really want the Chargers, because Chargers Bengals also are going to be a good game. That's going to be a fun game. But I want the Chargers, the Raiders, and the Broncos to win, just for absolute anarchy,
AFC West chaos. Yeah,
in that division, because it creates the good content.
Why would you want that, Tom? Oh, so they all have the exact same win-loss record?
They would. If the Broncos beat the Chiefs, are they first? Are they first then? If the Broncos beat the Chiefs,
the Broncos will be in first place if they beat the Chiefs. Although they lost to the Raiders, but for some reason, I don't think that matters.
Yeah,
I forget because they beat the Chargers. Yeah,
have they played the Chargers twice now or no?
Just once.
Just once.
They got to play the Raiders, the Chiefs twice, and the Chargers again before the season concludes. So I don't care, Xavier. I made a rule, 10,000 likes. I'm honestly just, at this point, it's not even the benefit of a video getting 10,000 likes. I just want to see if it can work. Because the curse is strong. And the curse has all the momentum with the Chiefs and the Broncos.
Sure.
Like I said, the Chiefs have the Broncos number.
Sure.
But if the Broncos win after I cursed them, but then the fans uncursed them, then we can confirm the 10,000 likes can beat the curse. So, it's just another wrinkle. Makes the power rankings more fun, in my opinion.
Oh, I'm wrong. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I put something wrong in the rundown. I thought that this week was the final week of buys, but that's not true.
Oh, is there another week?
Yeah, I thought week 13. No, week 14. The Colts, Dolphins, Patriots, and Eagles have week 14
bye. Right.
That's so late. Holy crap, man.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, they should just do 2 bye weeks in the middle of the season. Half the teams are off, and then the next week, the other half.
Done.
Just do it that way.
Just done.
Do it right when people are getting a little tired of football, which is right now. Based on their interest on YouTube.
Post on their the view counts on our videos.
Yeah. YouTube, how about you help the little guys a little bit? Do a video about Antonio Brown. Can't even crack the top 20 videos because they're all stupid ESPN and CBS Sports and probably just 4-hour-long videos of Mike Florio's hair. Like, come on, man. We used to pop up in there. Now it's
in trending?
Not in trending, but just like if you search Antonio Brown and I make a video about Antonio Brown and my audience flocks to the video, it doesn't pop up top anymore.
Brandon, listen, buddy. All that's going to matter is on Sunday, we are going to be the #1 stream on YouTube.
Oh, we're going to crush it Sunday night.
Oh, we're going to crush it completely.
Yeah, assuming the game's good. As long as that game's good and close.
Buddy, no. I disagree completely. Completely. We're going to be #1 regardless, because even if the game is bad, shenanigans are going to occur. They're going to occur, Brandon Perna. Okay? And for the content, I really kind of need the Broncos to win because a fan sent me a Breck custom jersey. I gotta whip it out. I gotta whip it out. They were tired of seeing Brock Osweiler. And I don't blame them.
It. I love it.
So
I should reach out, see if we can get any former Broncos to join us during the stream.
Tim Tebow?
Tim Tebow.
Demaryius Thomas, he was vegan for a while.
Yeah. I don't think that was a smart move.
Well,
I think he needed some of that meat protein that season.
It would have helped his drops.
Yeah.
All right. We did it.
We made it through a Friday.
We crushed it.
We appreciate everybody showing up. Come back Sunday night. Also, any of you thinking about the college football draft on my second channel, That's Good Broncos, we talked to Chris Murray from Nevada, who does the Carson Strong show there, gave us a lot of really good information about college football prospect Carson Strong, who I think the Broncos should be eyeing in the draft. But it was a real good football conversation. I actually learned a lot of shit, so go check it out if you want.
Learning is good.
Learning is fun. Tom.
Do you have any videos coming out today, Brandon Perna?
No. I did the Antonio Brown thing late last night. I am done for the day.
Yeah.
I know you have, 30 videos scheduled for between now and Sunday?
Yeah. I got the Q&A tonight, but I'm also going to be having an interview drop in today. We're going to preview the Packers bye week, talk about the Green Bay Packers. We're going to do some good stuff.
Are you talking to a fan who's a fan of just NFL bye weeks?
Oh, no, yes. And he's just like, I love the bye week. I actually was supposed to get a different guest, but unfortunately that fell through. But okay.
Next year, let's do that. I'll come on and be fan of the bye week when the Packers are on the bye week, and you can interview me about the matchup with the bye week.
Done.
Deal.
Done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you tuning in to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show, otherwise known as GPS. We appreciate all the love in the comments. Of course, you showing up. The same peeps showing up every single day
Love
in
it.
and day out. And we'll
you make
be
the
here.
World go round.
Huh?
You make the world go round.
Mm-hmm.
Tom, what have they have been done?
Well, I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. I just wanted to drag this out to noon so I can say that we did a full hour. So
no, let's get under an hour and see if that helps.
Okay. All right. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. You've been navigated.
And you have reached your les incompetents.